Hello, hello. Welcome to another conversation lesson. We're going to get right into it today. Let me open our Ingu website that we always use. As I always mention, you guys can come here by yourself or with a friend, and you can go through some of these articles with a friend, practice a conversation in English, and you can do this by yourself. Or you can contact them, Ingu. They also offer one-on-one lessons. So, yeah, let's see. What shall we do today? What are you guys interested in? Oh, the Rubik's Cube. I quite enjoyed the Rubik's Cube a few years back. Let's see what they have to say about that. So, a colorful puzzle, Erno Rubik and his famous cube. We'll start off again with a vocabulary. Let me make it bigger for us. As I always mention, I'm going to read through this. I'd like you to hit pause afterwards, read it out loud, make sure you got the pronunciation correct. If you're not sure about the definition that they give over here, you can just type in step meaning and they'll give you all the definitions in Google. So have a look over there. But these vocabulary words are not too difficult. But again, if you're not sure, type it in. Rather, if you're putting the effort in to learn the language, go the extra step. All right, so first word, step, an action, especially one in a series that must be done in order to achieve something. The next step is to center the clay on the wheel. Then we have adapt, to change or become adjusted to suit a new use, purpose, or condition. During the pandemic, our company had to adapt quickly to allow employees to work from home. Next word, goal, something one hopes to do or achieve. My personal trainer helped me decide what my fitness goals should be. Then random, done, happening, etc. without any pattern or reason. The survey asked a random sample of voters their opinions on a number of issues. Next one, configuration, an arrangement of the parts of a particular form, combination, etc. Astrology is based on the belief that the configuration of the planets and stars affects our lives. Then we've got complicated, complex or difficult. These instructions are complicated and hard to follow. All right. So let's go on to the article now. Again, I'm going to read through the whole article. I'd like you guys to pause after each little paragraph, line, and read it out loud again. Get the pronunciation correct. Go over it a few times if you're not sure. And if you're struggling, start off slow. I'm reading it at a normal pace so that you can hear what it will sound like if somebody's speaking at a normal speed. Maybe just a hint slow, but not this is fairly normal. So if you're struggling to go at that speed, slow it down and go over it a few times. And then as you get more comfortable, you can start speeding it up. All right. But just so that you know, because a lot of times if you slow down the way you speak, sometimes the pronunciation will change and it won't sound as natural as it should be. All right. Well, let's get going. A colorful puzzle, Erno Rubik and his famous cube. If you've ever had trouble solving a Rubik's Cube, try breaking it down into steps. That's advice from the man who invented it. Erno Rubik, who invented the cube in 1974, has seen his colorful puzzle go from a classroom teaching tool in Hungary to a worldwide favorite with over 450 million cubes sold. The cube has been adapted into different sizes, different types of puzzles, and even electronic games. The goal of all Rubik's puzzles is to start with a random configuration and by moving different parts, change each side into a single color. It's more difficult than it sounds. The original 3x3 Rubik's Cube has more than 43 quintillion. That's more than that number there. 43 with 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 zeros. Possible configurations. Goodness me. Rubik first made his famous cube as a teaching tool while he was teaching at the Academy of Applied Arts and Crafts in Budapest, Hungary. He compares it to brain exercise because it's both simple and complicated, easy to use but difficult to solve. This could be part of the reason the puzzle is still popular after all this time. The Rubik's Cube has been in the US National Toy Hall of Fame since 2014, joining childhood favorites like Barbie, Hot Wheels, and G.I. Joe. Rubik told the Associated Press that in the beginning, some people were sure the cube was impossible to solve. However, Rubik knew it could be done, and now, almost 50 years after it was invented, experienced cube solvers, however, can complete it in a few seconds. The world record held by Yusheng Du is 3.47 seconds. That's crazy. Oh, goodness me, 3.47 seconds. That's like that's insane. All right, well, let's go. We've got our 3 questions related to the article. As always, I'm going to read the question. I'd like you to answer it for yourself. Then I'll try and answer them, and then we'll go find the answers. Usually, if numbers are involved, I'm not that good, but let's see. Oh, man, numbers. Number 1, how many Rubik's Cubes have been sold so far? You guys remember? Where did Erno Rubik work when he made his first cube? What's the world record for solving a Rubik's Cube? Oh, goodness me. Numbers, numbers. All right. So did you guys get it? Number 1, how many cubes have been sold so far? I think they said, I'm going on a limb here, 450 million. 450 million, can it be? 450 million. Where did Erno Rubik work when he made his first cube? Some University of Applied Arts or something? I'm not sure. Man, this is a terrible one. What's the world record for solving a cube? I just read it. I just said 3.74. 3.74. Let's look. 3.47. Numbers. All right, 3.47. I was close. Just let's say I'm dyslexic. I just swapped the numbers around. Okay, where did he work? Where does it? Rubik made the cube while he was teaching at the Academy of Applied Arts and Crafts in Budapest, Hungary. Yeah. Some University of Applied Arts or, yeah, Academy. Okay, not that good for me today. How many cubes have been sold so far? Where was it? 450 million? I said 450 million, right? Or did I say 350 million? Now I don't even remember my own answer. See, me and numbers. All right, well, I hope you guys got the answers. Let's move right on to our conversation questions. So again, I'm going to read the question. I'll answer it in the way that if I were talking to you, and you can hit pause either before or after, listen to what I have to say and then add something to it, or you can pause before I answer, say what you would say, and see if we have similar opinions about it. Number 1, what did you know about Erno Rubik before reading this article? Nothing. I didn't know anything about it. I knew the name, but I didn't know where he was from. I didn't know nothing. Have you ever tried solving a Rubik's Cube? If so, how did it go? Yes, I actually, when I was working in China, I had one at my desk that if I got, you know, sometimes if you need a break from work, I'll just sit and solve the puzzle a few times and then move on. But I wasn't as fast as some of the fastest I could do it was, I think it was like 53 seconds or 51 seconds, something like that. But I could solve it quite easily. I haven't done it for 4 or 5 years, so I should try again. Should try and find one and see if I could remember, because I just kind of memorized a certain pattern that I would just do over and over, and I, you know, sometimes it's faster to get it done, sometimes it's a bit slower, but that kind of goes on to the next question. Do you find it surprising that people can solve a Rubik's Cube in seconds? Yeah, that's crazy. That is, like I say, 3.4774 seconds. that is so fast. But I think these people, they do have time. They look at the cube, they without without turning anything. So they have time to look and see what's the pattern that they're going to follow, and then they put it down, and then kind of from memory they do what they do. So I think if you know the whole algorithm and all the patterns and things that are involved with it, you could probably get it that fast, but I just don't have the patience to learn that. I don't. I enjoy puzzles, but I'm not that into. Yeah, I'm not that obsessed. Number four, you're a fan of any puzzle games? Yes, I love puzzle games. I just played Sudoku before I started this video, and usually in the evenings I play. I'm sure you guys know Wordle. I think it was very popular at some stage, and now probably nobody's playing it anymore. But I still play Wordle, some word puzzle games. I used to play another game on my phone where they give you letters and you have to see how many words you can make with these letters, and all sorts of puzzle things that work the brain. I like that. And then also if I see, sometimes they have these kind of puzzle games where you have to unlock something, or you have to, it does. I love those kind of things too. I really enjoy that. Um, but again, as soon as you solve it, then it's like, okay. So I never buy them because it's fun until you solve it, and then it's like, okay, now I know the trick, so move on. Another thing, this is going on too long now, but another thing that I like doing, there's the show Fool Us, where they have magicians that come on and they try and fool Penn and Teller, which are very famous magicians, if you don't know. So from watching them, I've I've learned a lot of the tricks that they do. So I love even that, because that's almost like a puzzle for me. I watch these magicians and then I try and figure out what are they doing? Is it sleight of hand? Is it a prop? Is it how does the prop work? So I enjoy those things as well. Any kind of puzzle is a lot of fun. Okay, number five. Do you know anyone who's particularly good at puzzles? No. Maybe me. I wouldn't say that I'm good. I'm just resilient. I just keep on trying and keep on trying until I figure it out. But I'm maybe not particularly good. Yeah. All right. Further discussion. Number one, what toys from your childhood do you think belong in the Toy Hall of Fame? Yeah, obviously like the Hot Wheel cars. Um, there were, because I saw they had G.I. Joe in there, which is like an action figurine. I loved He-Man as a kid. And the other day I saw in the shop they had the exact same He-Man set that I never had as a kid, but the rich kids they had it. And I was like, I let my wife take a picture with me with this big set. I wouldn't have bought it, but I could afford it now, but it would be kind of silly now. But I think He-Man, that was a great toy. And maybe I think the little green army soldiers, surely all kids play with that, right? Or all boys at least play with these green army soldiers, set up a whole wall, you know. I used to do my whole bedroom, like put snipers on the tables and then, have this whole scenario planned out. I love that. Number two, what were the most popular toys when you were growing up? Well, I just mentioned that. Probably the little cars, little soldiers, action figurines. That's it for the boys. Um, and then obviously like a bicycle or a ball. You can play games with that. Number three, are there any toys from your childhood that are still popular today? Well, like I just mentioned, the He-Man set's still available. Hot Wheels, they still sell Hot Wheels. Um, Action figurines, all of these, they probably changed. Maybe now you get like the Marvel characters as action figurines, but In my day, it was He-Man and it was Rambo, all of these Thundercats. I loved Thundercats. Yeah. I wonder why they never remade Thundercats. They love remaking all the old things. They should do a remake of Thundercats. All right, number 4. Do you know of any toys that can be used as teaching tools? I mean, when I was working in China, I was working with young kids, and you can use any toy almost as a teaching tool, but you just add flashcards and you make an actual physical game with the toy. So any toy can be used as a teaching tool. You just have to be a little bit creative. But as educational toys, Rubik's Cube can probably teach some kind of algorithm. I'm sure there's a lot of educational toys out there. Yeah, but like I say, any toy can be used in if you add things to it. Yeah. All right, number 5. The problems of puzzles are very similar to the problems of life. Erno Rubik, what are your thoughts on this statement? Um, I guess so. Because as with puzzles, if you spend enough time on a problem and you keep trying and you're resilient, then you can figure it out. And if you do the same with a problem in life, keep trying, you'll end up figuring it out and you'll get over the problem. So, yeah, I would agree with that. Okay. Well, guys, that is it. That is everything for today's lesson. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I always say, if you have some opinions you disagree with, something you want to agree with, or something you want to add, just type it in the comments and let's have a conversation. All right. See you guys next time. Bye bye.